Well, good morning, sports fans, and welcome to another morning here at daryllorette Cafe. I'm your host, daryllorette. Well, as usual, I just came from the kitchen. I just fixed myself a big bowl of oatmeal with a couple of chopped bananas and a cup of black tea. And right now, here and now, I am going to commence having my breakfast. So, good morning. All right. It's not bad. You know, I actually totally forgot that Easter's this weekend already. It's like, so now I gotta go find out when the grocery store is closed and when it's open, and same with the laundromat. It's like, because it's a long weekend, it's like, gee, when am I going to be able to go grocery shopping? Because it's probably going to be, well, it's going to be closed. The grocery store is closed on Easter. It's like, I need to find one of these, I need to live near one of these 24 hours, 7 days a week places where people don't take a flipping holiday. That's the great thing about having a car. You can pretty much go wherever you want to go and go shopping wherever you want to go. You don't have to rely on your local establishments. It's hard to believe I'm 46 years old this year and I've yet to own a car. Talk about your virgin. I had two motorcycles, only one I got on the road and didn't even have a license to drive. And, well, motorcycles, they were a lot of fun, but in the end, not very practical. Not much good in the winter, and they cost a lot of money to keep on the road. You'd be surprised how much a motor, especially, you know, when you buy a second-hand one and you need to repair something. Those bills add up. Seems like everything's a luxury nowadays. Well, I got to do some reading this morning. I got an unexpected email with documents attached, times 7. So I try to print them off, and my email, I can't print them off for some reason. I'm gonna have to read them online and just memorize what I read, more or less. Well, I had a pretty good night's sleep last night. Holy cow. Except the part where I wake up and I feel like, oh my God, my arm's falling asleep. I was just about to, lay on my arm a little too long. You're so tired, you get to the point where you're so tired that you can't even move while you're sleeping. And you're laying on your arm and it's slowly cutting off the circulation. It's like, holy cow. And you wake up and your arm, I've actually woken up and my arm was just totally asleep. And there was no circulation running through it because I was laying on it or something. And I literally had no arm. I couldn't move my arm. I would have to take my other arm, hand, whatever, and get the circulation going and move my arm, Scary, Oh, happy aquarium. It's giving me some problems this morning. They seem to be having some problems with the app. It's not working down on tag. Couldn't even. All I got down there was the server error, and the new one for me anyway on Facebook is not working properly for some reason. Won't let me sell any of my treasure. It's like, how can I make any money to buy fish food? I can't sell my treasure. Or expand my fish tank empire. The humanity. It's like, just take it away already, you know, so I can grieve and move on with my life. Oh. Well, the doctor told me I should cut back on 1/3 of the food I eat. So it's like, instead of 3 packs of oatmeal, I'm only having 2 this morning. It's like, my God, I only eat 3 times a day. You want me to eat only twice a day? Smaller portions. Yeah. Well, at least I didn't really put on any weight. Actually, I thought I weighed more. Ever since I was a kid, they tried to teach me metric, and they made the mistake. They first taught us the old-fashioned system that they still use in the States, the miles and feet and all that. And they made you feel like that was it. Hey, you learned it, congratulations. And then all of a sudden, okay, now it's time to learn metric. And it's like, metric? What the hell is metric? And I'm still trying to recover from that childhood trauma. I think I was 9 years old in grade 4. So when I went to the doctor this past Tuesday, they actually let me take my shoes off for the first time, which I thought was, hey, that's great. So when it came up, the weight came up, so the doctor, who's even older than I am, likes it in metric, and it's like, well, I don't, and I need to know how much I weigh. So it was like, it came up pounds first, and it was like 264.4. I thought, gee. And she said, you put on a kilo or whatever, and it's like, what? I thought I'd lost some weight. Gee, I worked out for 8 months last year, most of last year. Well, since June of last year and early part of this year, up until I think January. But I guess I could have lost a little weight and put it back on. Well, at least I didn't really gain any weight. So, of course, she says to me, well, muscle weighs more than fat, right? It's like, oh yeah, thanks for the compliment. So the doctor tells me, well, just cut back 1/3 on your food. And I gotta get at least a half hour of aerobic exercise 3 times a week. So that's, I gotta find a decent club to join so I can go 3 times a week and get at least 1/2 hour of good old-fashioned heart-beating aerobic exercise. And that will drive up my good cholesterol and drive down the bad cholesterol. And that's pretty much all I've got to do. That's, my checkup. That's the result of my checkup that I just had on Tuesday. Not too bad. Could be worse. I didn't have this year, for the first time in a while, I didn't have to go get any blood tests or anything like that. I did it last year, and I think the year before that I didn't even bother going because I was just sort of sick and tired of fasting. Like, they make you fast for 12 hours, and you've got to manage to, walk to the hospital or wherever you got to go to get the tests done on an empty stomach. With actually, one of the last times I did it was at the hospital, and the guy in back of me, who was older than me, passed out, and they had to call a cold blue. And I thought to myself, holy cow. And then when I went to get my blood test, I had to do it sort of in a room with some privacy, because I had this couple watching me like I was some sort of entertainment of the day or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to finish my oatmeal here, and I got to read some documents on the internet. So I'm going to let you go, and hopefully see you again tomorrow. So until then, this is Daryl Lorette here at Daryl Lorette Cafe, as always, wishing you a good day. Take care, and see you next time. Bye-bye.